Hello, everyone. Mystic Magic Lady here. Hope you're all doing well today. Let's get into the energy for today, December 7th. But whenever you see this, will be the right time for you. All right, so we have an energy today with the Temperance here, looking to the future here with the Queen of Swords. So this tells me that a lot of you are really trying hard to keep things in balance, okay? Obviously, we are in that season where we can get overwhelmed, right? So there's this energy today of really, looking at where you're going, okay? And trying to keep clear communication with others and with yourself, but really trying hard to keep everything in balance, keeping yourself focused, trying not to get overwhelmed, trying to really keep things in balance in your life. With the Queen of Swords, some of you may be really feeling clear, okay, in your communications. You may be really looking, I feel a lot of you are really looking to the future, looking at where you're going, and really trying to keep it all balanced. And with this Queen of Swords, it's really cutting out what no longer serves you. Being able to clearly see where you're going, know what your vision is, and cutting out all of the BS, right? Um, the Queen, this could also be a little bit of aggression, but more of just, she don't take no shit, quite honestly. Okay, being clear. So, trying to juggle everything, trying to keep it in balance, and really looking at where you're going, trying to really have some laser focus there, and trying not to get overwhelmed or letting the scales tip, right? Um, so, also, this could be a little bit of, being able to, some of you might be really having to do a lot of communications. A lot of you may be doing a lot of stuff online, maybe uh, chatting and talking maybe with people that you haven't in a while. This could just be a lot of communications going on, and really just trying to keep it all in balance. However, our challenge here, we have the Shaman or the King of Wands in reverse with the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this double fire energy. So the challenge here is, a lot of you, you're trying to keep things in balance, but it's difficult, right? There's a possibility that you are feeling some overwhelm. There's this feeling of, having this desire. You have these desires to take action, okay? And with this Queen of Swords, you're probably clear on what it is that you want to take action on, and looking to the future there. But there's a bit of a challenge with not, with feeling overwhelmed, okay? And for some of you, maybe feeling like this pent up energy, okay? I'm getting like this pent up type of energy, which is why I feel like some of you, with the Queen of Swords, need to just be mindful of your words, because you don't want to cut other people to ribbons. And sometimes, especially when the challenge is all this, overwhelming energy and feeling a lot of like, some of you could be feeling a little bit antsy. Some of you could be feeling a lot of frustrations. So you want to be mindful that you're not, cutting people to pieces, with your tongue. All right. So the challenge again, feeling overwhelmed, having a lot of energy that could translate into feeling um, stifled a bit, because you're having a hard time probably. Some of you may be having a hard time expressing this energy. I mean, you're clear with your communications, but there's this pent up feeling of like there may be some overwhelm. You may be really have a lot of desire to take some action, but it's just not the appropriate time yet. Okay, with the outcome here, and that leads us to these feelings of, disappointment, because a lot of you are probably really clear on where you want to go and are looking to the future, trying to keep things in balance, but you have this pent up energy. There's, this desire to take action, and, you're really going to be looking at, you know, and maybe feeling a little bit of, getting in your feelings. And there may be, some some regret and focus on, things that you have lost in the past, things that haven't worked out. And some of you are going to be feeling a little insecure, okay? And because there is definitely, this energy of wanting to take action, but there's there's a little bit of overwhelm because things in the past have not worked out so well for you, and you're clear on what you want and you have this vision, but there is definitely still some insecurities that you're going to have to work through and try and not get stuck on on focusing on that past disappointment and how things have not worked for you in the past. And some of you just might be really, you could feel, wind up feeling a little bit insecure and insignificant. For some of you, might be feeling a bit small and maybe afraid to really leave your comfort zones. Some of you might want to just, cocoon at home and not deal with the outside world, okay? Because there's this a bit of overwhelming energy, and maybe some insecurities about in the past what you have put your energy in to try and take action, but maybe came up short. Okay, and it's gonna you're gonna be reflecting probably on things that have led you to feel a little bit insecure and feel like you are disappointed, and maybe afraid to really to go out on your own again and to try things. So try not to get stuck in that energy. It's very good to reflect on the past, of course. Look, with this Queen of Swords, you're clear on what you want in the future, but there's a part of you that, could get stuck on what you have missed out on in the past and where you've fallen short, okay, which could lead you to feeling like maybe you're not really ready to, you'll feel like you want to take some actions and move forward, but you may not be ready yet because you may have to, build up your self-esteem again and your courage, because some of you are just feeling a little bit overwhelmed and depleted, and defeated, some of you, because there's been some past disappointments. Okay, but the key here is not to get stuck on those disappointments, because that's the past, and you got to really embrace this Queen of Swords energy and be sharp and clear about the future. And the past is behind you. So this is going to come up for a lot of you. Try not to get stuck in that energy. Let's see what the unicorns have to say. What kind of advice they could give us today. Sorry, I hope that didn't hurt your ears. All right, unicorns, any advice? Yes. Okay. Try something new. Absolutely. Don't get stuck on that past disappointment. Try something new. You'll only know that you could do it if you try. Okay. This has been a theme lately. Okay. So a lot of you, you've have this vision for the future. You kind of know what you want. You want to take action, but it's a bit difficult. You might be feeling overwhelmed because in the past you've tried and you've been disappointed. Now it's time to try something new, and don't get stuck in, thinking about how you've possibly failed in the past, because I don't believe in failures. Okay. You've had maybe experiences, right? Or maybe made choices that didn't go so well, didn't go maybe in your favor. Now you have to take that as a lesson. The Queen of Swords, she's wise. She's taken those disappointments and she's learned her lessons, and she's able to clearly, move forward. And you really want to try and do that. Try not to get stuck here in that negative, sadness and disappointment, because that's the past, right? If you want to, you have to try something new. And the only way if you could do it is if you try. And a lot of you are insecure and going to be feeling overwhelmed, like you can't do it. So just take some time with yourself. Try to, focus on the future, okay? Leaving that past stuff behind. Not easy, but, think about something new. And if sometimes there's just a certain goal, and you might have that goal and You may have tried to reach that goal and it didn't work out. So if that's something still that you are, is a goal, maybe you need to try a new way of getting that goal. Try something new. Try a new strategy, right? So it doesn't mean it has to be something completely different that you want or trying to reach for. It could be the same thing, the same outcome you're trying to get, but there may be a new way that you need to try and reach that goal, right? So with the Queen of Swords, you need to take some time to really get clear, and she cuts out the obstacles. She's able to cut them out of her life because you have vision and clarity. And there's definitely some overwhelming pent up energy a lot of you have, and because there is some fear behind taking those chances, taking these steps because of the past disappointment that you've experienced. All right. Um, all right, I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope you heard a message that you needed to hear. I hope you all try to stay focused and clear, stay in the present, try not to think too much about those past disappointments, okay? And try something new. Try something new or try a new way of doing something, okay? All right, my loves, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you all soon. Love and light.